Good morning, guys. It's dim sum time again, and today I have for you vegan pan-fried pork and chive dumplings in the clear wrapper. And what's cool about these is because they are pan-fried, you're gonna get something crunchy, and then you're gonna get something chewy from the dumpling wrapper, and then this awesome savory filling with like pork and vegan shrimp, and also a super aromatic chive. So I can't wait to show you guys this recipe. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a 1/4 pound of Chinese chives. Now, these are kind of a little bit more mellow. I would liken them to kind of like garlic shoots, so they're not as heavily flavored as kind of your normal Western chives. So you're just going to cut that all up, and it actually makes a lot of filling. So what I have here, 5 to 7 vegan shrimp, and then I have a 1/2 cup of these vegan beef crumbles. So this is the brand that I like to use the most because it's not really heavily flavored. And then I have about 2 tablespoons of bamboo shoots on the side as well. So I'm just going to take the bamboo shoots and the vegan shrimp, and I'm just going to cut them up into really small pieces so that they fit into the dumplings. This bowl kind of has a warpy effect if you look at it. So that's basically all of the ingredients, and then now we're going to go on to the flavoring agents. So I have a 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper followed by a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, which can make anything just more savory and more meaty. And this recipe makes 32 dumplings, so it's a fair amount. And then I have a little bit of salt. Recipe is going to be down below, and some sesame oil, you saw some rice wine, and then this is some cornstarch to bind it all up, and then just a little bit of oil to keep everything nice and moist. And you just want to mix that all together up until it is nice and homogenized. It's such a savory and awesome recipe, so you just put that aside, and then now onwards to the wrappers. So the wrappers I had already done in my shrimp dumplings recipe, so I'm going to link that up there, and then I'm going to link that down below. But this is basically the same dough, and since it makes 32 dumplings, you're probably going to need 2 recipes for the dough. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to roll it out into logs, and then I'm going to cut them into kind of like small circles, and eventually you want to be rolling these out into probably, I'd say like about 3-inch discs. These are going to be kind of like smaller style dumplings. So you guys have seen me do this technique before. Basically, I roll from the center out while I'm twisting the disc so that I'm going to end up more or less with a circular shape. So again, it's going to be about 3 inches in diameter because these are going to be smaller dumplings, and I'm just going to fill them with just about a tablespoon of the filling. So I've seen different techniques as to how to seal this. I would say you don't actually even need to fold at all. I think sometimes when you fold, there's like a big chunk of dough on the bottom, and you might not necessarily want that. So I just say, like, as best you can, just squeeze everything together and then just seal the dumplings. So I'm just making sure that the dumplings are nice and round, and I'm putting them into a steamer basket on parchment paper that I've cut little holes into, and the heat is going to be about medium high to high because, again, I do want a fair amount of steam to go into this, and this is going to go for about 10 to 12 minutes up until the wrappers turn nice and translucent. So you can see how nice they look and how the chives are coming through, and then the little kind of reddish brown spots are the little pieces of shrimp. And these guys are just super, super pretty. You can eat them as is right now, but the cool thing about these, and what you'll be seeing at dim sum, is that they're pan fried as well. So I'm just gonna let it chill out for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then I have some oil heating up again on probably like medium to medium high heat, and I'm just going to pan fry them on both sides for just about 2 minutes, just until they turn like a nice crunchy golden brown color. So you can see that they're all a nice crunchy golden brown color now, and again, very interesting about these dumplings because the wrapper is chewy because it's made from kind of glutinous rice flour and different starches, but if you're going to fry it afterwards, you're going to crunch it up, so you're going to get a very different texture than, you know, your typical like gyoza wheat wrapper dough. So I usually just serve this with a side of soy sauce, and I'm just sprinkling up some of the chives right on top so that you know what's going to be inside. They just look so pretty because if you see them from the side, you can actually see what is inside the filling, which is why I love these translucent wrappers. Just wanted to take a bite out of that for you guys so you can see all of the nice filling on the inside, and it's just a wonderful and nice and savory filling, and the textures really work so well because the wrapper is like crunchy and chewy, and then you have this like amazing filling. So I really love this dumpling. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this recipe, and as usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!